Hi guys, welcome to this new video. Basically, this video is about why I have decided to stop giving away freebies in the very traditional sense that a lot of coaching companies would typically be doing. And I just want to preface this by saying I've been in business for 7 years. 6 of those years, I was running a full-blown freebie strategy. And my freebies, they were super intense. I'm going to show you what they look like. They weren't just like a one-pager checklist. I was like doing the whole webinar funnel, free 3-day events, free masterclasses, and I'd be doing this on repeat every 4 to 6 weeks to grow my email list in the hopes that I had a great show up rate, in the hopes that I would have a great conversion rate, and that people would sign up to my group programs or my masterminds or one-to-one with me. If you are also still doing that and you are feeling exhausted AF, this is definitely going to be the video for you. It's going to help you see potentially another way of doing things. I had just had a really big mindset epiphany shift this year because I've been on this journey of really growing out my low ticket daily sales model and having fun and playing around with what passive income means for a high ticket coach. And I've documented so much of it. I've got a ton of videos that's building out in this channel as well, but definitely most of it is happening, on Instagram or on the podcast. If you're interested to kind of see how this is playing out for somebody who has a similar business model to you, then please hang about. Okay, so I'm going to guess that if you are watching this video, you might believe that you need to grow your email list using a free offer or an opt-in, you typically called some sort of freebie. And maybe you've even done a bunch of these and your hope is that you're growing the list so that you can nurture them and then they become a client of some kind. Now, there is definitely still value in that model. I'm not here to say pull it all out from the roots and then do something completely wildly different. I just want to show you personally what I used to do and how much energy and work used to go behind it, and now how different it is, and why I don't have like that typical opt-in model and where I'm trying to have a bunch of people join the list, so to speak. Okay, let's show and tell. I want to show you what my old freebies used to look like. Like even, as of last year, I used to run these epic 3-day sessions that people could come to for free. It never really started this way. It started with a one-off masterclass. And then it went to I need to fit more in because more value will equal more people attending. So then I went from a 1-day thing to a 2-day thing to then a 3-day thing. So this is probably like the most intense sort of freebies that I'm talking about here. I call this freebie the freedom-based empire. And this is obviously now done and recorded, but when I first launched it, it was literally just an opt-in form to say, come and join for 3 days. I'm going to show you how to build a freedom-based empire. And this is what they get, right? So you might not be able to see it really that up close. I'll see if I can zoom in. Day 1, session 1, attracting more of what you want by shifting past unwanted beliefs fast. A great topic. Can you see how long that was? 1 hour and 32 minutes for one session. Okay. Second session, 1 hour and 4. And last session, 1 hour and 10. So these were like intensive sessions, and people would come to the live stream. They would be commenting. It was sometimes a great show up. Sometimes it was a terrible turnout. Alongside had a free, Facebook community. So there would be a freedom-based empire, free pop-up Facebook group. And off the back of the first live stream, second live stream, third live stream, I would always have homework. I'd be commenting back consistently, and it was cool. It was sort of like a little community event. Like I said, sometimes there would be no one showing up to these, and other times there would be 100 people showing up to these. We just never really knew. But all I knew was that I was wanting to add enough value so I could collect an email address. So hopefully I could sell them into a mastermind, a one-to-one, a course of some kind. Now, don't get me wrong, this worked really well. Where did this one go to? Okay, so this is going to my 6-week course, Flow State Business Mastery. And from this particular 3-day live, it converted to something like a $5,000 to $10,000 launch. I'm pretty sure it did. So, not to say it didn't work, it definitely did, but oh my gosh, there was so much work which went behind these. Each of these sessions had slides. I had to do a run through. all the things. So this is my version of a freebie. So even if you're probably watching this now going, oh my God, this girl, like she has just gone a bit wild. If yours is a humble checklist, I also applaud you. A lot of time goes into those, right? Where you have to think about what your audience wants and whatnot. So this is what my baseline was. I did this every 4 to 6 weeks. Every 4 to 6 weeks, I was grinding. I was putting in my reps, as they say, the kids say these days, putting in the reps. Honestly, it sometimes paid off, but it really mostly led to a lot of disappointment and a lot of resentment, not towards my customers, my clients, and you guys, of course not. But it led to a lot of resentment around the system and the process that the industry was like, this is the norm. It was kind of saying like, if you don't do it this way, then your business is going to die and you won't have any customers on your email list and you just got to keep on going on. I knew something had to change. So I read this crazy statistic, right? 5% of people who actually show up to your freebie or who download your freebie will go ahead and they'll buy. Yay. And I actually think this is quite high. I definitely feel it's lower, especially because buyer behavior has changed so much in 2025. It's a very juicy number there. And by the way, I got that from HubSpot. So if you want to have a little Google. But in saying so, this equally means, think about this, that 95% of people are not buying. And if so much energy is going behind your freebies and 95% of people are just like, nah, I just want the freebie and I'm not going to go ahead and go any further. Maybe that was the resentment or the frustration. To me, that just felt really, really weighty. And here's the other thing, right? Like, let's just go a little bit further. This is kind of what the model looks like, this one that I'm just talking about now. So you've got your freebie, which is your social media, whatever, your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, YouTube. And then basically the industry is saying you need to have another freebie to take them to your email list. So this is your 3-day event, your downloadable, your webinar, and your masterclass. And then once they're on the email list, you need to nurture them for 65 plus days. I just made that number up, but truly, there's some people who have nurture sequences that go on forever. And then after your 65 nurture emails, then hopefully they go ahead and they buy. And I just know for a fact that this is very outdated. And so I just decided that I was just going to cut this bit out and not cut the email out, just cut the second freebie out instead and focus on this being my main freebie platform. And then I would lead them directly to a sale, but definitely also without the 65 emails. So actually, it's kind of more like I would lead them directly to the sale, right? Like not even to the nurture sequence, but it should have gone here. Let me demo what this means now. Because what I do now is in all of 2025, I have not at all posted or created one of these events. Like this is just not something that I've wanted to do. Instead, I now put a paywall on these events. It's low ticket. Like I did one that was called the Daily Sales Blueprint. And that was fun. That was 2 days. And I just basically ran people through what I was doing with this low ticket daily sales journey. And that was so much fun. And we had 100 people there. It was just really, really cool. So didn't do that one for free, but really fun to be able to put that out there. Anyhow, now what I'm doing, all of my freebie goodness, guess what? You're watching one. You're watching one. I'm just feeding it into my YouTube channel. By the way, you guys, we've had over 400 new subscribers come in the last few weeks alone. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you haven't already, consider subscribing, please, because I'm going to have more of these videos that's going to help you think about your business in a much more flowy and easy way. My goal is to help you reach flow state in your business by simplifying a lot of processes. So click the subscribe button. I can't even speak. Or at least the like button. That would do me a massive, massive favor. In the last little while, I've got 2, 4, 6. Now this is the 7th video. And I'm going to keep building these out like I used to build out my freebies. So I was going to say high octane. That sounds so bizarre. High value videos that I would have typically asked you for an email address to send to you. I don't do that because I just know that if you love my style of teaching and how open and transparent and honest and raw and vulnerable and all the things that I am, if you love that, I know that you're going to find your way into one of my live offers, or you're going to find your way to a resource, or you're going to message me afterwards and be like, hey, do you do one-to-ones? That will happen. It naturally always has happened, but I've just taken out the need for that other freebie. Another place where I share my freebies, it's in a different style, but it's still a freebie, on my podcast episode. So if you didn't know, I have a podcast. It's called Flow State Business. Absolutely love it. And you'll be able to see in here, like the topics are very, very educational, but they're probably more on the founder stories, sharing my insights, the behind the scenes conversational style. But there's things in here like my strategy for the rest of 2025, my mid-year reality check, my crappy stats and how that led to a $10,000 day, how I manifest everything I want in my business and life. And these are, really chunky episodes. You probably can't see here because it's tiny on the screen, but it's 20 minutes long, 25 minutes long, half an hour long. And all of these are like mini opt-ins, mini lessons. And behind each of these, so this one here, the secret advantage 6-figure entrepreneurs use to scale faster, you'll see in here that it actually walks you through the process and then it takes you to an offer. This one goes straight to a $17 offer. Design your first mastermind. It's $17 and you're going to get the exact blueprint that you wish you had sooner to design your own mastermind. So again, freebie directly into a call to action, which is a little sale, a hell yes offer, monetize your content, and you'll feel so much better than hoping and praying that a freebie where 95% of people don't buy from you doesn't convert. You're getting more and more frustrated and you're spiraling out of your business because energetically it's so draining. And it's given me so much time back. It's given me so much energy back. And I will say my email list is actually a lot smaller. I've also culled a lot of people off my list because I want to have a really clean list. In saying so, I still have 7,000 on my list. So it is a really, really good, healthy list. Like, I won't deny that, but I've actually made more sales than ever. Everyone that has joined my email list, because I have literally decided that this is now gone, everyone that's joined my email list has come from my social media post. They've gone straight into buying something. And then from there, they obviously join the email list and then they go ahead and they get my daily emails. So I might make another video on what my emails look like. Would you like that? Can you let me know in the comments? Daily email. You can just pop that in the comments so that I know to make that video at some point or even next. What this means now is that everyone that's joining my email list, they're buyers. They actually want to buy stuff from me and they're not just freebie hunting. Not to poo-poo on the freebie hunters. Like, hello, like I've downloaded a ton of freebies before and it's helped me grow my business and I'm so grateful for them. But I don't know about you. I don't want to be a coaching brand that only has freebie hunters. I want people who are like, hey, willing to spend, willing to buy. Like, even if it's someone who's willing to buy $7, it's still a buyer, right? Like, all the gurus will say, if you can get someone to buy from you even $1, they're customer for life. Because it's a trusted system. You've delivered something to them. Obviously, with integrity, you've given them the good stuff. But that's amazing, don't you think? So like another example I'll show you quickly is like in my Instagram. Every single one of my Instagram posts, I hit 20,000 this week, you guys. I'm so stoked about that. And thank you if you're there and, also following me over there. That's so cool. But anyhow, besides the point, Instagram post, and every post has a call to action. So you can see here, comment blueprint. And when they comment blueprint, they get taken to a sales page, a checkout page. So I've got an offer there. This one here, comment formula. It takes them to, a checkout page. All of these, a checkout page. It takes them to a deeper level of work. This one here, future self, is a meditation that I've done. And that is an old freebie, which I love. And basically in the ManyChat funnel, I basically said, hey, leave your email address here and I'll send you the meditation. There's no opt-in page. In ManyChat, you can just ask for the email. It collects and you can pull that off the system and pop it into your wherever you have your emails. It's beautiful. We can get smarter about this. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Like, we're 2025 in, there's AI, there's different buyer behavior. Don't do it this way anymore. This way here is the major highway to burnout. And I just felt like this massive relief that I could do it this way and cut out freebies. And there is a huge benefit to beginning to think about your social media as the platform where you educate, teach, inspire, and then taking them straight into a checkout. There is something so much easier about that process, but you obviously need to have a really good product on the other side of this checkout. Okay. So if you do not have a great offer right now, that's an easy hell yes. I'm going to cover that in the next video. So stick around, watch the next video. I'll share with you how I sold my first digital offer without a sales page, without a funnel, no ads. It wasn't a freebie. It was straight into an offer, $7 offer. And I made thousands and thousands of dollars from that. And it was a Google Doc. So head on over to that video next. Let me know what you think about freebies, no freebies. I'm going to stick with this for a little while yet. It feels a lot better doing it this way. I'll see you in the next video.